So we just signed a new client and I'll be taking you guys along with the audit that we usually do for these clients. Let's hop on to the ad manager, right? So boom, this is a new client. It's in the golfing niche. How we usually start off with the audits are just looking at their maximum. So just put the date range on maximum, you update it, because that way we see every single campaign that has been ran, success of the campaigns, what type of campaigns they've run, what type of ads that have worked, ad sets, targeting, etc. So as you can see, they've ran 137 campaigns in the past, which is a lot of campaigns if you ask me. They do a fairly big budget as well. As you can see, it's like 500 a day, 300, 350, 200, 200. If you just scroll down, you'll see that some have multiple conversions, some have website purchase, but mostly it's website purchase because that's the best thing. Of course, Instagram visits can happen sometimes. So if you look at it, perfect. So they've run a lot of campaigns, various cost per results as well. And if we scroll back up, completely back up, at the moment they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 campaigns active. What I'll do now is sort on results to see the best results possible. Of course, you have reach, link clicks, profile visits. So what I'm gonna do is gonna switch it over to conversions and scroll down to purchase. If you look at the objectives, is conversions. So sales I'll do, and conversions to see, because there was some with multiple conversions. So yeah, we'll apply it and then it filters out every single one of them. You'll only see the conversions campaigns that have been run in the past. As you can see, there's a couple of them still ongoing. If we just look at it in general, they've reached over more than 100 million, or just shy of 100 million people. They spent over 500,000, and what they've got back is not in here. So I'll show you what type of columns we usually use. Well, so I've got the columns set up because these are the type of columns that we usually use. It's a bit different than other columns, right? So what I'm gonna do first and foremost is save this one with our name. So chipper, the date 24, e-commerce. Well, save this one. And as you can see, the columns are a bit different than the other ones. It's the budget, the amount spent, cost per purchase, the ROAS as well, and then the unique amount clicks, etc. We actually need to add the purchase value, because I would always like to see the purchase value. So we're only going to do the website value, and that we're going to put next to purchases. So voila. That way you see how much money was spent. So you've got purchase conversion value and purchase website value. I'll just edit it to the purchase conversion value in general. Voila. Then we'll save it again to chipper 24 e-commerce. Yes, we'll replace it. I don't know why it's not saved now. Voila. Now it's saved. Perfect. So now we see, in fact, that they spent around 500K and we generated back $1 million for it. But so what I did is the amount of purchases. So I'll check out the amount of purchase. So from highest to lowest, and I'll just go through all of them to see how the ad account is structured. As you can see here, this one only has one purchase. Cost of purchase pretty high as well. As you can see, for some of them, they're insanely high. Otherwise, it's pretty low. But as you look at this one, for example, it's a Black Friday one, 30 days, cost of purchase super low. So it's interesting because Black Friday is coming up. We might be able to use the same type of strategy for it as well. But yeah, so let's just scroll up and look at the one that is running right now, because that one is with the most amount of purchases and a pretty good ROAS, 3.5, cost per purchase of $33 basically. As we see here, I'm gonna sort it again from highest to lowest. We see that there's a couple of different ad sets that have been running. As you can see, different ones. I see it directly. It's different products as well. The baby driver, free shipping, so different offers, etc. And then we'll just look at the ads in them as well, because for example, this one has a 44 cost per purchase with a 2.5 ROAS, which is pretty high up there. It's actually the fourth best performing one. So we'll just check the ads out, see how that one works. So as I can see, the ad account structure in general, how I see it is we need to consolidate it basically, right? Because they're using different campaigns, for the same type of product, and they're using the same ad with different copy variations. As you can see, it's the same ad with copy 1, copy 2, copy 3, which for me doesn't make sense because you need to consolidate everything into one campaign and let Facebook do the work. If you just look at it, for example, just straight away, we see that copy 3 has outperformed the other ones, like crazy basically. But if you look at the amount spent, it didn't get the most amount of spend, right? Because this one is 1.7, 70.7 cost per purchase. I would personally turn that off because it doesn't make sense to keep it running. CPMs are pretty good in general in 11% cost per purchase. Outbound click-through rate, that's the thing that I see straight away, is it's super low. So that's not good. The click-through rate needs to be upped in general, and then the cost per click is too high. The hook rate is super good. So the first 3 to 5 seconds are insanely good, but then the whole rate is not so good. So we can take this video, use the same hook, use the same type of visuals in the 3 to first 5 seconds, but then use different visuals for the rest of the video. So as I can see, I'll just click on this one for the copy straight away. So first swings with groundbreaking real driver for babies. 2 to 4 year olds. That's actually a good one because it calls out directly to people. Then pre-order announcements, which creates more curiosity. We're excited to announce that we only have 300 lag shop baby drivers per pre-order, and they'll start shipping out on the 1st of October, just for Christmas. Again, also a good one. Only 300 lag shop baby drivers, perfect one because it creates scarcity, and then also a limited time. You can save $40 and get free shipping. So this type of creative or this type of copy we can use and implement in other campaigns in the future as well as we look at it. The other one is this one. The cost per purchase is not that high. So the reason why we built this club, okay, so it's a good story for it as well. So we can use this copy as well, combine this one ad with the 2 copies and use that one because those had the best results, even though they didn't have the most amount of spend. But based on that, I would just try and consolidate these 2 and kill this one. So if you look at the other ones, this one is a lower ROAS. So it's 10 purchases with 1.8 ROAS. So first of all, we'll just check out the settings of this one, right? The audience size, it's pretty broad. Click fraud protection and the baby buyers, okay, with extra people. So it's an interest stack and should also match, which is actually a limiting factor. Normally in language targeting, normally I would just keep it super broad, nothing else, let the creative do its work. Also same with advertising placements, I would just do advantage plus placements and see how it performs. Then this one, it will probably be the same type of targeting. It's the same type of targeting. I think every single one of them is the same type of targeting, but the ads are different. Yeah, see? So it's one ad, 1.8 with the founder speaking. It has a lot of engagements, which means it's a good thing as well, so you can use those as well. Click-through rate is also pretty low in general. I want to see how the click-through rate is in general for just this whole campaign. So it's 1.17, which is not the greatest. Cost per clicks are pretty high, as you can see, and then the hook rates, they're amazing. The hook rates, the hold rates need to be better because as you can see, it's almost 50% sticks or just keeps watching the video after 3 to 5 seconds, but the hold rate after those, the people drop off after the 3 to 5 seconds. So that's the thing that we need to take into account as well. As I can see, the frequency as well, these ones are starting to reach the same audiences, these ones are not. So it will be more top of the funnel. This one will be more towards retargeting. I know that this ad campaign has been running for a long time, the ad set as well. So let's look at this one. So this is, I think, yeah, this is the exact same visual with exactly the same copy, but just on different pages. So that's the thing I would also do, is just keep everything on the same page. This one has more of a warmer audience, as I can see, because it's video views, but it's a smaller audience. I would just keep it broad in general, because that's the thing. I'm looking right now at how the ad sets have been created, the targeting for the ad sets, just to see what type of audiences have been working. So as far as I can see it, is that it's a lot of times it's lookalike audiences or just purchase. So people who bought the product, as well as email lists and viewers of videos, because it's a warmer audience in general. And that's why it's probably also performing a bit better. than other campaigns with just a broad audience because it's less top of the funnel. But we'll see the visual was exactly the same. If you look at this one, so it's bonding through golf. This one has a good ROAS as well. These two have good ROAS, so that means that the audiences are pretty good. But as you can see, CPM, it's more expensive, so it shows that you are reaching a warmer audience. Basically, the other ones are lower. So yeah, voila. If I can see, it's exactly the same ad again. The ad has a lot of engagement, which is good, because that way we know this ad will need to take into new accounts if we consolidate everything. For the baby driver, it's the same type of targeting. If we look at this one, 3.28, so it had this visual, so exactly the same visual once again with a different copy, probably exactly the same copy. So this I would just consolidate. As you can see, this copy, the junior shop, has been performing less than the other one, so we know that the other copy will take with us. Same with if I just select them all, can see it straight away. Yeah, see. So the founder himself talking about the product, as you can see, the baby driver launch, it is performing really well, and I know why, because he's showcasing the product, he's talking about why he created the product, he's flexing it so you can see that it's a durable product, as well as demonstrating the strength because he was gonna hit it himself, which is just a really good ad in general. But that ad, as you can see, it's being used in multiple ad sets, so we know that we have to create variations of that one, so a different environment, so either on a golf course or with a different person. But in general, it's working really well. The same with the copy, so we can consolidate the best performing copies of that one. As you can see, they're just spending a lot of money on that one single ad, basically. As you can see, this one is interesting as well because I just see it immediately at the cost per purchase, and the ROAS is pretty good as well. If we keep on scrolling, this one can be interesting to try out as well. This one as well, because of cost per purchase, and this one as well. But as you can see, this visual, they're all pretty much the same. So we'll need to do way more creative testing with different visuals and the same type of ad concepts, because now it's basically one ad concept and not a lot of testing. You can see it at the frequency as well. As you can see, frequency is pretty high. As you can see, if it's above 1.5, generally starting to reach out to the same type of people. On average, it's a 2.10, which just showcases that it's retargeting people. In general, CPMs are pretty good. CTRs are not that good, but let's look at the hook rate. So as you can see, hook rate is good. The hold rate, it's not that good. For the example, this one, the hold rate is not good at all. So we'll need to make a new body for it, basically. This hook rate is super good, but it's exactly the same visual. As you can see, you see it as well. So it's 50%, 47, 46, 44, 45. So the hook on that video is super good, but as you can see, for every single one of them, the hold rate is not that good. So it doesn't matter how often you duplicate the ads, as long as you can see the hold rate doesn't change at all. So how I would see it for this one is we consolidate this campaign into one CBO campaign with the baby driver, and we're gonna test a lot of different creatives. The first one will be just a main ad set with all the best performing creatives, so different variations. And then we'll start working on the best performing creatives. So this one, the short one, we can do this one as well because there's a lot of spend being pushed towards that. The long one, as you can see, because the ROAS is pretty high on that one. This one for sure, even though it didn't get a lot of spend, it's still performing pretty well because it's almost a 5x ROAS. This one as well. So you see it's basically the same. So we got like 6 ads, so probably 5 because there's some concepts that are the same, and then we'll make new videos with the same type of concept as an iteration, but a different layout, different images to really nail to nail it down, basically, right? Concept and test even more. This one is called Baby Goat. It has a lot of purchase as well. 2.5 CPMs are good as well. A better click-through rate, which shows that it's working, as well as the CPC. If I check it out, it's Baby Goat. So as you can see, it's broad, Advantage Plus audience, US golf targeted, and US lookalike and engaged. As you can see, most amount of spend went to the lookalike audiences, but as we can see, the broad audience is almost outperforming them compared to the lookalikes. As you just can see, lookalikes are basically retargeting, because its frequency is 2 which is high in my opinion. Click-through rates in general are pretty good as well. So just curious to see what the broad one is. So it's the same visual a couple of times with different ad copies. Okay, different visuals, as we will see this one. So as you can see, by doing the audit, we already see a lot of different creatives that we can use, because this is basically almost all the same concept. So for example, with this one, it's a good ad, a lot of engagement, even shares. The copy is fine as well. We can just fine tune the copy, in my opinion. I would only do website and not website and shop, to be honest. UTM parameters in general, I would implement those as well. We have different specialized UTM parameters to see which ad is performing the best. But so based on that one, as you can see, this is for the 7-iron driver. It's a different one than the driver. So it's a 7-iron. I'll show you the product as well. As you can see, it's an iron. So, but with this exact same video, we remake it completely, this video, but with the driver product. Why? Because you know that this video is working already based on the amount spent, as well as on the sales, as well as on the ROAS, on the cost per click, which is under $1, the hook rate as well. So you can just, that's already another idea, right? Because you have the 7-iron, but you can use this exact same video that is working and you can pull it off and make it for the driver. So that's perfect. Then if you look at it, this one has been performing better. So the copy will probably be taken, except only the ROAS. It doesn't mean that there's a more spent that it's performing better. Because it's not also getting more sales. So I wouldn't use this one, to be honest. Then it's still baby products. So a lot of baby products are working pretty well. I'm just gonna rush through it. 1.8, it's not the best one. It's still running, I guess. This one has the most amount of sales. So let's look at it. From 5th of June, United States, 25 to 50, not Advantage Plus placements. And so yeah, it's a warm audience again, because it's lookalikes and Facebook engagers. I would just keep it broad and see how that runs. As you can see, 1.8, so it's not the best, to be honest. All the ads were turned off, but it's basically the same image. As you can see, this account has a lot of potential because we can do a lot of creative testing, creative variations, making new videos of all the best performing ads, basically. This will all be the same type of targeting, which makes a lot of audience overlap. So it's not a thing that I would recommend to do, because you're overlapping the same audience, constantly out competing yourself. It's a CBO, I know, but at the same time, you're better off to consolidate it. I'll just check the age to see where the most amount of spin is going towards. So it's 35 to 44, which makes a bit of sense because these people are a bit older, right? They already have some kids, or the kids are already a bit older, in my opinion. So these are good target groups. As you can see, these are the best ones. You can even debate to just kill the 18-24 and just do targeting 25 to 45, in my opinion, because they're just getting the most amount of spin and the best results. So if you look at it in general, you'll see it here as well. So 65 is a good one as well, because there's a lot of kids or grandparents that buy it for their grandchildren. See, Facebook knows exactly the 18 to 24, they're not their ideal audience. 35-44 is good, and 25-35 is also good. But in general, I would just not touch it, do it abroad, because as you can see, it's a 3.55 ROAS in general, so it's a good thing. But so yeah, that's how we basically do an audit. Go through all the ads that they've run in the past and see how it has been performing to really see the visuals that we can use. So if I just look at the ads in general to see the best performing ads and not the campaigns, because campaign structure is just consolidated, one CBO campaign, test it. It's more about the ads that are more important, right? I don't know why it's taking so long. Some of your data could not be loaded. Let's refresh it. Boom. As you can see, I think it's still loading. If I'm just scrolling through the ad account already, I see this video again, this video, testimonial a couple of times, this video, this as well. So again, same type of visual, this one here. So they're not testing that much. Same type of visuals, as you can see. Let's sort it from highest to lowest, and that way we can see what type of ads we can recreate or make new concepts out of it, basically. I think it's just taking a long time because a lot of ads. I think it's probably taking too long, unfortunately. So let's sort it back to high and low. And I know that this ad account has been testing worldwide. as well. So I just want to see the country targeting as well. As you can see, it's like United States, Germany, Canada. As you can see, we just need to consolidate in the United States. Has the best results as well, cost per purchase. And then we can start testing with different countries. So based on the Shopify backend data, we'll see it as well. But here, Germany has a 31 ROAS, Canada has a 12 ROAS, Jersey has a 300 ROAS, Indonesia, but all the others one I would just kill because we're spending money for nothing. New Zealand, Mexico, just consolidate it into one ad campaign per country. Basically, if I go back to the ads, I'll just scroll through it because it's easier. So this one will take away this one as well because they're performing well. As you can see, it's the same type of visual, a lot of the same visuals basically, right? So we need to take those best performing visuals because it has a lot of data, you know, it's 3 years of data, 3 years of working with the same ad, so you know it's working. We just need to make variations of them. Same type of video, same type of pacing, same type of shots, but different products or a different person inside of it or a different location basically, right? That was for one. I'm gonna check it for every single one of them. As you see, same type of person. So this one works as well. The Michael Mitnick, the Alex one is working. The images, so testing a lot of different image ads because I know image ad was pretty interesting as well. It's just an image with a headline, so that's a good thing as well. See how that works. Just in general, the founder with the stick in the headline can work. So different photos with different headlines can be interesting. Different headlines as well. As you can see, 14 ROAS. The one above is 21 ROAS. See October special free shipping. 21 ROAS. Adam lag. Also interesting because you see the lag in the shot basically. But so yeah, as you can see, it's always the same type of ad. So there are basically a different couple of ads that we can use. The baby ones that we can consolidate, create new variations on that one. The baby one with the founder talking, create a variation on that one, either on the golf course or with somebody else. Then the testimonials can be interesting to test. And then the visuals with different headlines or same headline with different visuals on top of it, as well as this headline with the red parts and the founder. So those are visuals that we can use pretty well because they generate good results. So this one is also one that we can use. This one as well. It's probably a video of, and they have a lot of content. So we have a lot of things to work at.
I love the lag shot golf swing trainer. First off, I'm hitting my irons more consistent.
See, perfect. It's talking about pain. So it's talking about common pains of golfers, right? So different people using the lag shot, making videos out of it, sending it to influencers, these type of things can work as well. Getting them to do photo shoots or just taking photos and videos of the product. He has a kid as well that plays golf, so we can use the kid for that as well. Also perfect. It's going to be way more testing because you can see it's almost always the same type of visual. So we take the best performing visuals and probably all the video visuals. So we might have 2 ad sets of the best performing ones and the second performing ones. I don't know why the balloons pop up, but to do that, consolidate it, US only with the best performing visuals, the baby drivers with the best performing visuals. I'll just see the only active ones. Voila, as you can see. So now I'll just check the only active ones of the last 7 days. So it's hot retargeting, but you see frequency is starting to cap off as well as we just look at the countries. So United States outperforms everyone else. Lately, this has been doing well, but as you can see, we can just set up like Asia, New Zealand, Australia, and then Germany, because Germany is a big country as well, and consolidate the other ones. Age-wise, let's look at the age. As you can see, it is 35, 44, 55. So we'll just leave it broad, basically, in my opinion. But yeah, that's exactly how I would approach it and how we audit the ad accounts of our clients. I'll see you in the next one.